Hi everybody. How's everybody tonight? Thank you for joining me. I'm just waiting for a second because it takes about 20 seconds for us to actually go live. So I'm just going to let everything come up and see if I can find myself on the iPad. Okay, that worked. It looks like we're live, so that's good. So, Happy New Year, everyone. This is the first live I've had since before Christmas. I hope everyone had happy holidays. I hope everybody's warm and cozy right now, and I hope everybody's feeling fine. Thank you again for watching. My name is Laura Roderick. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you for watching. Say hello if you're on live. Thank you also for watching the replay. So, new products. Super excited. We got a new catalog at the beginning of the year, and you know, Stampin' Up! Has an annual catalog, so that catalog runs May through May, so we're still working out of the regular catalog, and then they do a mini catalog a couple times a year. So we just finished up the mini catalog that ended in December, and that had a lot of really fun Christmas, Halloween products that we used. So this is the spring mini catalog. And it's got all kinds of really fun things in it for spring. It's just loaded with really fun stuff. The windmill on the front, that's one of my favorite sets. The rainbows that we're using tonight, another really fun set. Lots of different ones. The other thing that's going on right now that just started January 4th is it's celebration time again. And I'm going to turn my camera down so we can start crafting. And I want to show you the celebration catalog. So hold on and let me flip my camera. Okay, let me make sure we're in good position here to see everything tonight. Great. Okay, so let me show you this catalog. This is really fun. So this basically what celebration is if you place an order, you get to earn free things. So you can either earn things with a $50 purchase or $100 purchase. So like this stamp set with the pineapples and the fun foliage, kind of a tropical set, is free with a $50 purchase. This daffodil paper is free with a $50 purchase. I'm just going to flip through this really quick so you can see. This stamp set, which is really cute, this catching butterflies, these little vans and cars driving by, it's called, is free with $50. This is probably my favorite thing, and we're going to use these papers tonight. This is the free designer series paper. It's 6x6 sunshine and rainbows, and this is just a super fun pack. I'll show you the actual pack of paper. It's a really thick pack of paper. There's 48 sheets in it, 4 of each design. And these are just all fun, sunny designs, rainbows, lots of fun to play with. And we're going to use several of these papers in the card class tonight. So you can see they were bright, colorful papers. And again, free with a $50 purchase. And then let me just go through a couple more things to show you. This Marvelous, Simply Marvelous paper is really fun. A lot of people really like these little awesome otters. If you like the little critters, that's a really good one. This set, now we're getting into the $100 free. You get the stamp set and the 12x12 designer series paper for $100. If you purchase $100, this is free. So you've got like a card making kit right there for all kinds of projects. And this last thing is free with a $100 purchase, special moment. So you have lots of sentiments in this. If you would like a paper, you can go to my Stampin' Up! Website and see these catalogs on the website digitally. If you would like a paper copy, just message me, email me, and I'll be happy to send you paper catalogs. So tonight, I love the rainbow set, so I wanted to start with some rainbow projects, this first one. And so I've got 3 cards tonight. I've got a little You Make Me Happy card to start with, a happy birthday card with some rainbows on it. This is a really fun rainbow shaker card that we're going to make, another happy birthday card. And then I made this little treat bag with these little rainbow treats, which would be really fun to give out to somebody. So let's get started on our projects. All right, the first card we're going to make tonight is the You Make Me Happy card, and this is a really nice, easy card. Just to remind you, if you place an order of $35 or more, and this is my Stampin' Up! Website right here, by Saturday, I'll send you the make and takes for all 4 of these projects for free. And this is the host code that you would have to enter to identify me as a host and let me know that you're looking for the make and takes for free. And if you bump your order up to 50, again, you can pick something out of the Celebration catalog. Okay, so let me show you the bundle that we're using. So this is the Rainbow of Happiness, and it comes with the stamp set, and if you get the bundle, you can also get the dies. We're going to use, I've used several of these dies in the cards already, but we're going to cut some things live tonight. So I'm going to take this die and this die out and save those, put those aside for later. Okay, also on this card, I also used the Stitch rectangle dies, and this is a nice set because it's got all kinds of rectangle sizes, and I used it to cut out this piece right here. Okay, so we die cut that. Okay, so again, let me show you, if you get the make and takes for free, it's going to look like this. I have everything pre-cut for you. You do need the stamp pads. We can't send stamped images with Stampin' Up! And there's some die cutting. Like I said, we're going to use these die cuts, so you need the stamps and dies to complete the kit. But this is how it's going to come to you, all in envelopes. Okay, so let's get out the first envelope and get started making this card. All right, so I've pre-cut the little, die cut the little clouds. And so the first thing we're going to do is adhere this background to our card base. So our card base is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. It's just a piece of cardstock basically cut in half. And then we folded it in half again, so it's a 1/4 piece. And then we have this piece that's 5 1/4 by 4, and that's the DSP I just showed you. And we're just going to put this on the front of the card. So I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal and attach this. I love this paper, so sunny and cute. And that's it. So that's ready for our next layer. So we're going to take this piece that we cut with the stitched rectangle dies, and we're going to die cut this rainbow out of it, and that'll leave us the nice little blank space, and then we'll have our rainbow colors peeking through. So let me get out my mini cut and emboss machine, and we'll send this through the die cutter. Okay, so I want to position this, and I'm going to get out my Post-it tape, which I love, and I just get this on Amazon. You could use little Post-it notes too if you want to do that. That works as well. And I'm going to position this kind of right about in the middle of the card, right like that. And I'm just going to use a little Post-it to hold it in place. And then let me just get my plates. And we will just send this through. This off, and the Post-it tape lifts really nicely and does not damage the paper on your card. So as you can see, we ended up with these little white pieces, and I can tell you with that designer series paper, there's a pattern in here. Not to get off track here, but I just want to show you this one right here, that if you use the die and run it through like that, then you get the little rainbow colors like this. So you get all the 4 different colors. So you can cut those out and then glue those on a card too, like that. So that's fun. Okay, let me get rid of this stuff. So all we're going to do now is kind of position it where we want the colors to show through. And I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to put some seal on the back of here to hold our little piece of cardstock in place. And position it this way so I get maximum color like that. I think that's going to be good. So that looks really cute with our little rainbow peeking through. The next thing we're going to do is stamp the sentiment, and I think the You Make Me Happy is a really cute sentiment. And I'm going to stamp that in the polished pink. And I'll do that a little bit below the rainbow here. Okay. And then I'm going to take the little hearts and just a little heart stamp, and I'm just going to stamp some little hearts around. Just like that. Okay. I think we're almost ready to put that to our card. I want to get out our embellishments. So I've got our little embellishment bag here that I've prepared. And I'm going to get out this pool party ribbon because we're going to put this around our card. Okay. So I'm going to take this on the inside of the card and just tie it into a bow near the top. Make sure I have enough room. Okay, that's pretty good. I like making a nice big bow for the card right now, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut off the ends of the ribbon. Might have got carried away. That might be really a big bow, but that's okay. Then I'm going to put this layer on, and I'm going to put that on with some dimensionals so it's popped up. My nails are really short right now, so I'm kind of having trouble picking things up. Okay, and I'm just going to put this, let me move my bow over just a little bit to the side. So I have enough room, and we'll put this right about here. And then I'm just going to have some of the little clouds, and I will pop those up as well. I think I'm going to use, if I have a bigger one, these little ones are fine. I'm going to use some mini dimensionals for that because they're very little. And we'll just kind of put those around. And I know clouds aren't really blue, right? They're white, but I don't know, I couldn't resist. I thought the blue looked so cute and kind of matched everything else on the card, so we'll just put some little blue clouds on. And all these colors match perfectly. On the back of the designer series packs, they always tell you what colors they've used in the DSP. So they're all listed here. So Pool Party is one of them that we used. We used the Mango Melody cardstock for the background, so everything coordinates and looks really nice together. So that's it for our first card. Again, you can always take a piece, because I've used the colored cardstock for the card base. On the inside, if you choose, you can take a little 5.5 by 4 of basic white and put it in, and then you can decorate the inside too if you want to put a little rainbow in there or another sentiment, leave it blank, up to you. So that's card number 1, all finished. Okay, so the next card we're going to do, this is a really fun card. So I have cased this card. I cased it from Erica Serwin, and she is a card genius. She has so many good ideas all the time. And I got it, they did a creative convention, and they said, you know, go ahead, use our ideas, and I definitely did. I changed it a little bit. I changed the ribbon, I changed the sentiment, but I thought she made a really cute card, so we are casing that this evening. All right, so Let me put a few things aside. Now I want to show you where I got the sentiment from, because like I said, I changed the sentiment. And that was because the other one said, "You make me happy," and I just used that on the other card. So I wanted to try something different. So I took from the In Bloom stamp set. I thought this was a really nice happy birthday. You really are the best. So I took the stamp from that. And this is a good set. And I just wanted to show you for a second, not to get off base, but I love this set because you can get the dies with all of the stitched flowers and leaves. And I think they're so pretty. You could use this for so many things. You could even use this in the rainbow cards because it kind of matches back to the colors that we're using. But anyway, that's where I got the sentiment from. So let's start making this card. Okay. All right, so this time I've taken the cardstock piece and cut it the other way, the long ways, right? So this is 11 inches by 4 1/4, so that's, you know, an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet. I cut in half this way, and then I've scored it at 5 1/2, so this card's going to open like this. And this is the Magenta Madness cardstock. The next layer is just your 5 1/4 by 4 basic white, so we're just going to put that on. And then we're going to do another layer after that. And this is from that same Sunshine and Rainbows DSP pack that I showed you that I got for free. This is 5 3 1/4 for the next layer. So we're going to go ahead and put the next layer on as well. Okay, now we're ready to do a little bit of decorating. Let's start with the ribbon. And this is that glittered organdy white ribbon that has the beautiful glitter in it that I use all the time. So we are just going to, again, tie this, start around the inside and tie a bow at the top of our card. So let's see, maybe have it a little bit closer here. Sometimes I have a little trouble with this ribbon because, again, I think because of my short nails, it's hard for me to grab it. See if I can untangle this. Okay, that looks fine. Maybe it's a little bit big, so let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, cut off the ends. We've got a nice bow at the top. Okay. So this is from the same DSP, and all I'm going to do is just cut out these rainbows, and we're just going to fussy cut them, because if I use that little die, it's going to cut it into the little strips, and I still kind of want to keep mine together and keep the white showing. So I'm just taking a pair of scissors, and if you don't have the dies and you just have the stamp set or a stamp set, you know, this is an option. You don't need the dies. You can just cut things out with scissors, right? So I'm just going to cut out 2 of these rainbows. The other one. And I'm just leaving a little white edge. That way it's not as obvious as if you're cutting on the edge of your item. Doesn't have to be perfect. Gives you a little grace there. Okay. Pretty fast cutting these out. Alright, so now we have our 2 rainbows ready. Get rid of the scraps. And we're going to position these on our card before we put anything down. So we're going to have one on the up and one going down. Alright, so let me make sure I do the next part in the right order, because I always start putting dimensionals on before I stamped, which is not good. So this is the cloud. This is kind of like a cloud border. And this set is from our Scalloped Contours die. Nope, that's not it. That's not the one I used. It's from the Basic Borders dies. And it's this one right here. And so what you're going to do is die cut it on the white piece this way, and then flip it over and die cut it the other way. Super easy. So we've made our border, and this is going to end up going right across here. Move that down a little bit, and this will be sticking out a little bit more, and then we'll just trim off the ends. So I want to stamp before I put this on, so I'm going to do my stamping right here, and we're going to do that in Misty Moonlight. see if I can do it straighter than the sample I made. Okay. Good. So we're ready to start putting it together. So what I'm going to do is kind of see where I want this to be, and then I'm going to go ahead and put these down before I secure the top layer. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on this and kind of tuck it where I want it to go. And I think right about there will be good. Let me do the other side. And so this will be here. And I think now when I lift this up, you'll see how crooked it really is, but I think it looks okay anyway. See how crooked those ended up? But that's okay. It looks fine once you put the cloud over it. All right. Time for some dimensionals. Does that look straight? I think that looks pretty straight. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over the other side and just trim off. Open this up. Trim off so that's not sticking out. That looks good. And then this cute little heart is from Give It a Whirl die set. And it's nice because they have some really cute, you can see the stitching on the heart too. I love everything stitched. I think it's just so adorable. And there's several different heart dies in this. This is a fun set. I haven't really used this yet except to steal the heart dies out of it. So I will be making some cards with this because this is really fun. So I'm just going to take a dimensional and pop this up. Right there. And then lastly, we're just going to add some rhinestones to jazz it up a little bit. So I just have the clear basic rhinestones, and these rhinestones are great for, you can put them on anything, and they look terrific. So I'm just going to pick a couple up with my tool. And I'll just use a couple different sizes. Whoops. Medium one and another little one. All right, what do you think of that card? Really cute, right? Erica makes really, really cute cards. Okay, that's it. That's our second card. Again, if you want to put the white on the inside and finish off the inside, you can, or you can just write on the Magenta Madness, just like that. All right, so card number 2 is done. All right, so the next card we're going to do is going to be our shaker card. Let me put a couple things away. Okay, now this shaker card, where's my sample? This is really fun. So let me pull out the card kit. Let's see what we've got here. All our little pieces. Good. So I have several layers here. So this one, I did the background with the Pale Papaya cardstock, and I went back to the other format where it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, so it opens on the side. The next layer I did is just in the polished pink, and I just die cut this, and that's from our, this is the Scalloped Contours dies that I used, and I just used the big die here to cut out the pink and make that layer. So we're just going to adhere this piece down. Oops. All right, now the rest of it I need to make sure I'm doing in the right order because it's going to be a little bit. So what we're going to do here is this is going to be our under layer, right? And then I've got a clear window sheet and the top layer, so this is going to go on top. So with this, I use the Stitch Rectangle dies for this, and we're going to take our bigger rainbow die and we're going to run it through our die cutting machine to get the stripes out of this one, okay? So let me get my big machine out, see if there's room for it. I hope you can see it. This is a big machine. Okay. And again, I want to get a piece of Post-it tape to hold it in place. And I want to make sure this is positioned just how I want it. It barely fits on this piece of cardstock that I cut out. So I think right about there is where I want it to be. So I'm going to put it in, and we'll just run this through. All right, so that came out perfect, and this is going to be nice. That's going to work well. And as you can see, it also cuts out these little pieces. Okay, so what I did is for the inside of our rainbow, I used some shimmer vellum, and it's in the in colors. There's I used these 4 different in colors to cut it out. So I die cut out of each sheet. So I'm getting 4 pieces of pink, 4 pieces of pale papaya. So really, once you cut these out, you have enough for 4 different cards, right? And it doesn't matter what color the rainbow goes in. You can put it in any order you want, so you can use all 4 for 4 cards. Although I think there might be a specific rainbow order, but I just don't know what it is. All right, so next I'm going to put down our piece right here, and we'll just put that down with seal, center it right on the white. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to line this up so it's right over where we're going to want to set it, and then we're going to put in our glitter, our shimmer vellum. So what I'm going to do, and actually I didn't do this before when I was making it, but I think I'm going to do it now. Just add a little piece of Post-it tape to hold it in place while we make this. I'm going to take our Tombow glue and just add a little bit of glue in these spaces, okay? So we'll just glue these little spaces here. All right, and then we're going to place our vellum right inside the spaces. So it's going to glue to the back part of it in exactly the right spot that we want it. So we'll do this for all 4 colors. Okay, and the last color is this really beautiful purple color. Great. Okay, so these are all glued down, so I can lift this up. And that looks really good. So I want to make sure these are glued down. Let me just hold on to this for 1 second. Make sure it stays glued down. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is adhere my window sheet to the back of this. So I'm just going to add some seal to the back of the white, a couple different spots, and then I'm going to line it up, and this is going to end up being the front of the shaker that you can see through. So I think that's pretty good. Okay, so next I want to get out my little sparkles. I'm just going to pull these out of the bag. And one thing I found about these particular sparkles, and I don't know why, because I've used a lot of the sequin sparkles before, is they're very staticky. I had them everywhere. They were sticking to everything. I brought a dryer sheet upstairs, trying to make sure that my hands weren't staticky. Okay, so that's in place right there. So the last thing we have to do now is put some foam tape on this side to hold everything in there. Make sure that stays stuck. So these little foam strips, Stampin' Up! Sells, and it's just a foam strip, and it's got adhesive on both sides. So we're just going to lift up the one side, and I'm just going to place it around all 4 edges. So I'm going to take it all the way up to the edge here, and then I'm going to cut it, and then go along the bottom. And they're just like the perfect size because they're just skinny enough. As you can see, they're not going to show. All right, let me pull the other strip off. I'll go on this side. And you can turn any card into a shaker card if you just use these little strips to kind of pop it up so you have that little area. And then the last one we're going to put here. And a little piece. Good. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm just going to pull the adhesive off all the sides. I hope you can see. Am I too low on the camera? Hopefully not. And then we're ready to place it on top. So let's just get it lined up like that. Perfect. I'm going to make sure it's sealed on all 4 sides. Now the sequins can't escape, and we've got our beautiful little shimmery shaker inside. So that looks really pretty. Okay. Next, I have a couple clouds. Now, this is fun, too. This is from the DSP pack. And let me pull this out. Let's see if I can find it. So here's one of the papers, and it has these fun little clouds. Again, not white clouds. We have pool party clouds, but they're fun with all kinds of little designs on them. And Stampin' Up! Also makes a cloud punch. So I used the cloud punch, and I just went through and punched out a whole bunch. I actually did a whole sheet of these little clouds. And as you can see, they fit perfectly, and you can just punch them out, which is terrific. And then even the ones where they're kind of off the side, I still went through and punched those because sometimes you want something just off the side of your card. So I did the whole sheet like that. And just used a couple of them for this card. So the one with the tinier pattern is the one I'm going to stamp the happy birthday on. And I'm going to stamp that in the Memento Black. And this happy birthday is from the stamp set. Maybe it's not. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure what stamp set I took this out of. But it's a really good happy birthday, that's for sure. It's cute. All right. And I'm going to just stamp that right on our cloud. Okay, we're ready. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. We're going to put our clouds on at the bottom. And I did not pop those up, I think, because it's already a high enough card. So I'm just putting some seal on to secure these. I've already got ink on my fingers. Very messy stamper. And we didn't even use that much ink. Okay, so I'm going to put the clouds there so that looks nice. It says happy birthday. I think I got a little piece of glue right here. Let's see if I can get that off. Okay, and then the last thing we did is some more embellishments. So I have some more of the basic rhinestones, which slips underneath. So I just kind of put those in a row. I think I used about 10 of them. So I'm just going to place those, see if I can do it so they're about the same distance apart. I think I put them a little closer together on this card, so I might need a couple more. And this just adds a nice sparkle along the side. I think this is a really fun birthday card to give somebody. Let me just add a couple more. One more should do. Okay, so that's our hard card. That was our shaker card. But I don't think it was too hard. We did pretty well, right? So that's our third card. The last thing we're going to do is a little treat bag. And this is super easy, super fun. Let me get out the card kit for that. Not too many pieces, just 3 pieces to this one. Okay, and I started with, these I just got on Amazon. These are just, you know, the little cellophane bags that have the sticker at the top, and these are food safe. So I put the little candies in, and I got these at my local grocery store, and these are the Airhead Extreme bites that I use with the rainbow colors. And they also had these, which was my HEB's kind of their name brand, and I want to see, oh, which one's prettier, which one should I use? And they're both pretty close to being the same. So we're just going to put some of the Airheads in here. And these are delicious, by the way. I couldn't help eating some while I was making my project. And I don't want too many because I kind of want them to, you can be able to see them. Not too big. And then I'm just going to seal this over. Just like that. Okay, a little messy at the top, which is fine. Okay, so just 2 little pieces. Again, this is from the Scalloped Contours dies. So I cut that out, and then I just folding that right in half. So I scored that in half. Where is my bone folder? So we'll just get a nice crease on that. And then this Mango Melody cardstock, again, I cut this 5.5 by 4. And then I scored that in half also. So we're going to have our 2 layers like this onto our little treat package. So what I'm going to do is put this layer on first. And I'm going to staple it to hold it in place. Let me kind of line it up here and get my stapler. And I'm just going to staple it in a couple places. And then we're going to cover up. You won't see those staples. Okay, so next we're going to stamp on our card. And we're going to stamp on the bottom half of this card. And we're going to stamp a rainbow. And this is from that rainbow stamp set. And it has 4 different sizes of the little rainbows. So I'm going to start with the polished pink, and that's the biggest one. So let me ink that up and then decide where I want to place. Oh, I just stuck my hand in the ink pad. Hold on a second. I need my baby wipe. Or I'll get pink ink everywhere. All right. Okay. So I think, and these are not designed to be perfect, so they're not going to line up exactly. So there's the pink. Next color, Mango Melody. The next one is Granny Apple Green. You can pick any colors you want for your rainbow. And as you can see, they're not really lined up equally, but I think they look cute like that. And then the last color I'm going to use is the Bermuda Bay for the little one. And that one's going to go right here. Done with the rainbow, kind of. So now we want to embellish in a little bit of gold. So The next thing I want to do is I want to use a little bit of embossing powder. So I'm going to get out my Versamark stamp pad, and we are going to stamp, pull off the other rainbow thing, Sending You a Rainbow of Happiness, and we're going to emboss that in gold. And we're going to stamp that right over our Mango Melody layer. And I just want to blow on that for a minute because I want it to dry, otherwise I'm going to have that embossing powder over the entire rainbow. So I need that to be a little bit drier. Okay. So that's stamped with the Versamark, and it's really hard to see on top of the Mango Melody. But let me get out my gold embossing powder. It. We're ready to use the heat embosser. Okay, now we've embossed that in gold, and as you can see, because our ink from the other ones wasn't totally dry, you can see those little tiny specks of gold in the rainbow, and I think that looks really pretty too, just like that. I don't know if you can see it, but it gives the whole thing a little bit of gold sparkle, which is nice. Okay, 2 more embellishments for this. One, we want to do some gold ribbon. Now, this is the ribbon that I put in the Make and Takes, and this is recently retired ribbon, which is just a beautiful gold. Stampin' Up! Still makes this other gold ribbon that you can purchase, and this is also kind of shimmery and sparkly gold. It's just a little bit thinner, so also a nice choice for ribbon. This one I was in love with at Christmas, really pretty, and I think this one is gonna carry over to next year, but I'm not sure you can order it till the next catalog comes out. So this, I believe, will be coming back. This one was on back order a lot over the holidays, I think because it was super popular. Okay, so we made a nice bow. Let's just trim the ends off. And then I'm just going to use a glue dot to attach that to the front. I'll put that right on the side right here. And I want to make sure that you can still read the words. So that looks good. And the last thing we're going to put on is the little butterflies. So this is something that's out with the spring catalog, which is cute. And they're brushed brass butterflies, so they're kind of goldish and really cute. I'm anticipating using these on a lot of things this year with flowers and not just the rainbows. So we're going to put a couple of these little butterflies on here. And one more. So those look really cute with the rainbow too. And then lastly, we're just going to adhere this onto our Mango Melody part of the card. So let me get my seal. Okay, hit it up on both sides. I think I just ran out of seal. Okay, time for the generic. Okay, now this one I want to make sure I line up so it's even. And that's it. We have a cute little gift bag of candy to give to somebody. All right. So let's take a look at our projects. again, just kind of take a peek. The cards that we made, the You Made Me Happy, the Happy Birthday card. We made the Happy Birthday Shaker cards. And then we made the cute little treat bags. I hope you enjoyed these projects. They were a lot of fun to make. I love this rainbow set. I still want to make some more fun things with it. Let me just tell you about a quick couple of promotions, and I'll give you the sneak peek for what we're going to do next week. I literally printed this like a couple minutes before I went on because the Valentine's paper pumpkin ended yesterday to order, and this new kit starts January 11th today to February 10th. And this is the paper pumpkin kit, and it comes with all the things in there and it looks like it's going to be a safari celebration. So cute little animals. So it'll be fun. They never give you too much of a sneak peek, but from what I can see, it looks like it's going to be a really cute kit. And this is a good way to get started with Stampin' Up! Because it's an all-inclusive kit. You get everything. You get the cards, the envelopes, the stamp set, the little Stampin' Spot ink pad, the little embellishments. So everything comes in there. This kit, I'm waiting for my order to come on Thursday. I couldn't resist getting this. This is $19 for this kit, and it makes these birthday cards, and it looks like there's layers with candles and cake. This is the stamp set that comes with it. It'll come with a Stampin' Spot, the envelopes. You can see everything that's going to come in this kit. So I can't wait to get this week, and hopefully I can show you some of these cards next week that I make with this little kit. If you would like the measurement kit supply sheet for this week, just message me, email me, and I'll be happy to send this to you in the mail. I'll email it to you. And then let me show you what I've got for next week. Next week, I'm ready to start on some Valentine's. So we've got some Valentine sets. And so next week, I want to do these cute ones. This is from the cute set. So we'll do a Valentine card like this. And then I've got this Happy Valentine's Day card with the cute little envelopes and the conversations hearts. This Valentine greetings card we can make next week. And then I have this little treat box for Valentine's Day if you want to give someone a little Valentine's Day treat. And it's got these cute little Ghirardelli milk chocolate hearts inside of it. 4 of them fit in this little container perfectly. So I hope you can join me next week. So we can start on Valentine's Day, and after we do a couple weeks of Valentine's Day, I think next week we'll do cute cards. The week after, I've got some pretty Valentine's Day cards coming up, and then we'll start doing some more celebration items so you can see what's in the celebration catalog. So thank you all for watching me, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.